Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Episode 2 of Road to 1300. It's been a couple weeks since my last episode. Okay, I'm playing white. I'm gonna go for the London opening. But I have improved, I want to say, like 60 points. I think the previous episode I was 1190 something. So I've been playing and it's been going good for me. So let's see if we can keep up this momentum and get a dub. Okay. I tend to do fairly well playing with white compared to black, and I think it's because of the London system. Honestly, it's one of like the easiest openings you could learn, and it's just a solid opening to have in your repertoire. I'm expecting a trade here. hmm So do I take back with the bishop or do I take back with the pawn, kicking out this knight? I think the best move is taking with the pawn, and I expect the bishop to come over here or maybe retreat this way. But yeah, if you're like a beginner to chess, I would say the first opening you should. Okay. My opponent resigns because he hung a knight, which happens. I guess we go on to another game, and this time I'm black. Nice. With the black, I usually like to play the Scandinavian. So takes, and then I take back with the queen. Okay, opponent advances his pawn, and I'm expecting this move or the knight move. Pin the knight onto the queen. So do I want to take? I think the best move is to take, and then grab this pawn afterwards. I think we're doing pretty good. Opponent attacks our knight. How do I want to defend this? Oh, I got a nasty move, which is here, check, and then I win the queen. And let's see if we get it. That would be sweet. Does our opponent spot it? This is the main question. Yes, he does. I can't take anymore because the bishop. It looks like we're gonna go into a queen trade, honestly. That was a good find by my opponent. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a queen trade. Alright. So do I want to take here or here? I think this is best. And then playing this right after. Unpinning my pawn. Okay, we just slide the king out of check. Let's develop some other pieces. So the downside is I can't castle anymore because I moved my king. But I am up a pawn, so we'll see how it turns out. Opponent's gonna retreat. This is under fire. We can play this. Opponent castles. We can actually trap this bishop here, but I gotta play this move first. Opponent spots it. Well done. I'm just gonna push, kicking out our opponent's knight. And we'll protect our pawn like this. I think I'm gonna play this move next, doubling our pawns here. Okay, we can just defend our knight like this. Okay. So one thing I gotta keep in mind is the clock. Okay, this was our plan originally, to take back like this. I tend to have opponent's gonna go for this, right? What was I saying? I tend to have trouble with the clock because I am playing too slow. So that's something I gotta keep in mind going forward. This is my next move. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna trade rooks. Just yet, because if I trade, my opponent's gonna have the open file. So I'm just gonna retreat my king back to safety and hope I'm not blundering anything. Okay, opponent is gonna win a pawn. I have a nasty idea here, which is check. And this only works if okay. Let's move a rook. Check, check, check. There's a fork, but that's only if my opponent plays over here, which is a stretch. He probably will attack my piece by coming to the square. But you never know, you know? Never know. So my opponent's knight is being attacked. see where he moves. I'm expecting this move, attacking my rook, or to come back to b4. So I tend to have I tend to perform underperform playing black, and that's just because my openings my opening knowledge isn't necessarily the best, especially since I'm learning a new opening for black, which is the Scandinavian. So that's something I definitely gotta work on. So I gotta work on my opening for black and time management, and I would say tactics. So those are like the three things to improve, especially if I want to get to like 13 or 14, 1500, because it's a different ball game in terms of like the skill level. So I'm not sure why my opponent's taking so long. I think you just gotta move your knight somewhere here. You can't move here because I take. But you never know. You never know what kind of traps or tactics they are calculating right now. But yeah, I think this video is gonna be longer because I got like a 3-minute game on the first match. So we are down a pawn, which is not something I'm really happy about. But if my opponent milks the clock, I think I have a decent chance of winning if he he runs out of time. Where's my opponent from? What is that flag? Is that like Uruguay? Nice. My opponent is Diddy 184. That's funny. Man, we gotta beat the diddler now. We gotta beat him. Pause. You know what I mean, though. Yeah, my opponent's milking the clock. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna start uploading every weekend, whether that be like Saturday or Sunday. And I want to do something special for the game where you get 1300. So if y'all got any ideas, just let me know. And I honestly should be hitting 1300 like I want to say late May or early June, just depending on how consistent I play. Because I increased 60 points over the last 2 weeks. But for me personally, I will have a 2-week period where I'm just climbing the ranks, and then almost certainly, a 2-week period where I just drop. I drop like 50, 60 points. Like I'm back to square one. what I like to do when I'm at that like decline, I usually take like a about a week break from chess, so I don't really play it, and it actually does help for me for me at least. It helps because I when I lose I when I lose I'm just frustrated, and I'm like, okay, our opponent resigns. No. Okay, so we won 2 games via resignations. Um, I'm not sure why my opponent resigned. I believe he had a winning position, but I mean, beggars can be choosers. So that's it for episode 2, and I'll see y'all soon.